Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Love it. Love it. What a great way to start the show. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, big dog? Big Ferd?
Not much, man. October is here. The pumpkin spice lattes are in full effect.
Oh, is that right? You a fan of that?
No, man. They just started posting them up, and I saw like two homegirls getting their pumpkin spice lattes. I was cracking up.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of women swear by those pumpkin spice lattes, man. They be waiting for October just so they can snatch them up.
Love it. They love it. They love it.
Yeah. Well, hey, for everyone that's here, welcome back to another live edition of the Ferd, the Nerd Bird Report, where we do every week, every Wednesday, we do an FOC Top 10 countdown of the top 10 books you should look out for. FOC, I'm your host, not J-Dub, but Smart J-Dub. Oh, shit, look at this. I guess it's like Smart Hulk, not just J-Dub. You got the Smart Edition. Yeah, and of course, co-host Supreme, Ferd Bird, the Nerd. And if this is your first time, what we do is we take a list of every week's FOC. FOC stands for Final Order Cutoff. That is when every shop has to submit their comic book list to the distributors to put in their orders. That is your cutoff date. If you want to get a certain book, if you want to get a #1 issue, key appearances, just a great read. If you want to get a certain cover, make sure you follow this show every week. We compile a list of the 10 hottest books. Send that list in to your shops. As a matter of fact, do what I do and do what Ferd does. Send it to multiple shops, right? Don't just rely on one source. Send it to 2 shops. Send it to 3 shops. Get all your orders in. That way you don't miss out. Hey, Ferd, did you get any certain covers this week, like a hot cover that you really wanted?
Yeah, I actually just stumbled upon it. It's not a 1-in ratio or whatever, but it's the new Spider-Man book that came out today, along with Edge of the Spider-Verse #5. But this is the Arthur Adams variant. I think this could be for $5. I mean, I bought this for less than $8 or whatever, but this is the cover I got today for this week's stuff. But yeah,
that Arthur Adams is nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah, super nice.
And that's what it's all about, man. We do this show. We highlight 10 books, and we highlight covers, so you don't miss out on covers. So you know what? Before we even get going, I see the comments are already flooding in. Thank you guys for coming in, hanging out with us live. If you are here, I see 12 people. So Ferd, we need 12 likes right now, right?
At least people, 12.
At least 12. You know, we got 12 people. Detroit is in the house. The D. The D is in the house. Oh, Ninja Turtle Cool Guy. What? ISOM 1? What is that? Is that an?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Sure
is that an acronym?
Probably.
Yeah. No, I can tell you it's not what that. Whatever you say that is, #1 is not that. Yeah. The D is in the house. Who else we got? Good Kaji. That's what's up. Pete Kill is in the house. Kessel Run. I love that. Hey, yesterday's price is not today's price. Yeah, I love that intro as well, which is true, man. This is why we do this show, because the price fluctuates all the time. You might think a book is so one week. Next thing you know, it's a $15, $20 book. Rogues Gallery #1 first print. If you watched our show, you probably would have ordered about at least 3 or 4 copies over a month ago. Oh, we got Dr. Paul, the good doctor's in the house. What's going on over there? What's going on? Yeah, just like Smart Hulk, Smart J-Dub is my alter ego. I've merged my sides together to form one entity where I'm in control now. So yeah, you have J-Dub, the bad boy nerd, merged with Smart J-Dub, and we are both here today. There you go. You guys get to meet each other now. Wookie Father, thanks for showing up. Wookie Father, are you a Star Wars fan? Because if you are, you're really gonna like today's show. Trust me
Nice.
with that. Yeah. So, Ferd, before we get started, is there anything you want to say to the people? Because this is gonna be a great top 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is gonna be kind of random, but my Seattle Mariners finally made the playoffs after 21-year drought. I went to the game on Friday. I got beer splashed on my eye. I didn't give a crap. Some girl actually hit me in the nuts. I didn't care. It was a good time, man. It was great. The next day I was hurting a little bit, but aside from anything else, I was on cloud nine the whole weekend. But you know what? Let's get back to some comics. Let's get these FOC stuff. Let's do this, man.
You know you're happy when you can get you're happy when you can get stung in the eye with beer and kicked in the nuts and you don't care. That is happiness right there, man.
Yeah. A little bit of alcohol there too, help you out. But yeah, it kind of
right. BK Sean is in the house. What's going on, baby? What's going on? Thanks for all y'all showing up live with us, man. I love that. All right. Y'all know how we do. Top 10 is just like you said a few weeks ago, Ferd. You identify it. The list usually starts out with some cover fire, and then it gradually starts becoming more key books, more important books, getting up to that number one spot. So, coming for that number one spot, start with number 10. We have Pure. This is pure cover fire. If you're a fan, great for you. Otherwise, this is just an awesome cover. I looked at it. I didn't even hesitate. I pulled the trigger. Bow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Man, Poison Ivy, number 16. This is Warren Liu, and this is so dope.
Beautiful. I love it.
It is. Yeah, I know, right? This is cover B. I did hear good things about the Poison Ivy series. Not gonna lie, I haven't read nan one of them, but I know Jenny Frizen's cranking out the great covers. And
nice.
Warren Liu just brought the heat with this one.
Cool.
Yeah, I might just add this one to my list and buy it just for the artwork alone. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about number 10. Just bringing it up in the rear of this FOC top 10. Poison Ivy number 6, cover B, Warren Liu. Kessel Run, I have no idea what you're referring to, but let's move on to number 9. Yo, but he's like, Dr. Paul's like, what is even happening? Bruh, I have no idea. It just looks amazing. It just looks great, man. And I'm just like, it really caught my eye. I don't know what's going on. Take a nice, hard look at it. If you figure it out, let me know. Okay, moving on to number 9. Now, this one, I'm going to be honest, this one was tough because it has some great covers. Coming in at number 9, we have Spider-Man: The Lost Hunt, number 1. This is a Craven throwback origin story. Yeah. So my thing is, I love Kyle Hott's variants. This is a Hott's variant. You can tell by the artwork. I haven't seen Kyle Hott's do too many Spider-Man covers. I don't know if you have, but this is his variant for this particular issue. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you know what? I feel like in Marvel is always funny about doing stuff like this, but it seems like they've been doing a lot of Craven kind of like Easter eggs here and there. So maybe he has come to screen a little bit sooner than we thought. But this is a good indication that you want to put some eyes on that character.
Yeah, from what I read in the summary, they're going to go back into Craven's past. I think Calypso makes an appearance. His henchman Gregor makes an appearance. I think that's Gregor, like a version of Gregor. But they also said there is going to be a brand new villain introduced within the pages. Whenever that villain makes an appearance, I don't know, but this is the first issue. And of course, we know that Craven's getting his own movie coming out.
Right.
So, hey, this is right on time. And thus, it will absolutely make the FOC top 10, folks. Look out for this cover. It is the, I believe it's the 1-in-25 ratio, Kyle Hotz, and I love it. Moving on to number 8. Number 8. You just talked about this. Yeah, you just talked about this book. That Spider-Man story is dope, right? Tell them about it.
So dope. You guys, Spider-Man's back. They did a great job with introducing new characters in the Edge of the Spider-Verse. I read 1 through 5. Just got done with the 5th one today, and it merges perfectly into the new Spider-Man series. Dan Slott and Mark Bagley are doing this run, and it started out like really clean, very easy to follow, and the midway through it just exploded, and the ending was awesome. And I read it twice today already. So go to your local comic store and go pick it up right now. God damn it.
That's perfect. You said that because this is the follow-up. This is Spider-Man #2, and you are looking at the local comic shop day variant.
That's awesome, man. That's a great
Now,
pick.
now anyone who knows historically, shops, they typically run out of these first. So you can actually order, you can put in your request to pre-order these local comic day shop variants. Of course, this one's featuring Miles Morales in his classic suit, because Lord knows I didn't like the hoodie suit whatsoever. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 local comic shop day variant. Put your order in for that. All right, moving on to number 7. Now, for you Star Wars fans out here, here we go. This whole list, you'll see how this list comes out. Star Wars, I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it a dozen times. It's one of the dopest spec plays out there, on top of being one of the best storylines out there. Star Wars, The High Republic, Ferd, it's making a comeback. It cracked his top 10 list. Number 7, Star Wars, The High Republic. Number 2, what we have are the 3 brand new Jedis making their group appearance on the cover. Uno, dos, tres. Each one of these are High Republic badasses. And we featured number 1 in a previous show. This is number 2. Look, if you're a Star Wars fan, this is a must-have. You got to get it. Every book is a major spec play. What do I always say about Star Wars? They're probably the easiest spec plays to make. Are you going to take the dip into the Star Wars universe, Ferd?
Bro, what I've learned about Star Wars spec in general, to answer your question, yes. On top of this, why this is also a great pick, and the one previous you did, that 1 in 50 you were talking about, I think comes in next week or
yes. I did you put your order in for a 1 in 50?
I don't know if my store is getting 50 of them, so I got to call around. I may just
okay.
Go somewhere.
Yeah,
but
go ahead and keep talking, because I'm going to show the folks that 1 in 50, because it's
This is actually coincide with my comment about this cover and the 1 in 50. When there's lightsabers on a book, on a cover, Star Wars fans love that. So whenever I'm going through Darwin issues and there's like random lightsaber, like a ton of them, I pick it up for whatever reason. Star Wars fans they value that more than ones without lightsabers on it. So this is a great cover pick, and the 1 in 50 of this number 1 series, that's an also amazing cover pick, bro. You're about to dethrone my favorite list, and we're on number 7. So
man, I work on it. I'm working on it every time. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought up the point about lightsabers on the covers, because that is what moved those Dr. Afros. When people saw,
oh my god, 1000%.
those multiple lightsabers, they went nuts over that book. That book sold out like that day. So let's go ahead and show the people real quick. Let's go ahead and show everyone that cover you're referring to real quick, because it is worth looking at it again. Ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba da 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 da. That's my elevator music. Da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? It at? Dun, 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 dun. I can't find it right.
Did you put this on your poll list? I'm just curious.
What?
Just High Republic in general is on your poll list.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Always.
I gotta get with my people, but yeah.
Is it showing up?
Yeah, it's perfect, man. It's beautiful.
That's the one. That's that 1 in 50. This so check it out, folks. For Star Wars spec plays and just damn good covers, they don't print a lot of these books. So a 1 in 50 is usually like the top tier of the books to have. These typically go for way over $100. So if you can get a hold of one sooner than later, go ahead and try to put the order in for that 1 in 50 that Ferd was talking about. Thanks for bringing that up too, man. So let's see what are we talking about here. He said,
Obviously, I liked it a little bit, I guess, right? Just a little bit.
yeah, you know what? I'm glad it made an impression on you because you brought it up. Toom said it's a must buy. Toom, I super agree. Bruh, I actually have a long box. Not even kidding. I have a long box of just High Republic books because I got the whole volumes. I bought all the covers. I got all the variants. I had to hunt them down. I'm not even going to think about how much money I spent on them, but I got them. I got them, and I got them. So, all right, let's move on to where we at. Number bada bing, bada boom. I can't bring up the wrong
6.
one. Wow. Number 6. Ooh.
That's awesome.
I know you love it.
I love
We're looking at
That's
Amazing
great.
Spider-Man number 13. This issue actually introduces the Gold Goblin in full glory. And do you remember which issue this is from? Anyone out there in the trenches?
Oh my God. Web of Spider-Man.
Yes. Which issue number?
25.
Very close. Very close. A little bit higher, but nah. Yeah, this was the Craven, the classic storyline when Craven killed Peter Parker. Web of Spider-Man 32.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
BK's on it. Yeah, he nailed it. Yeah, great cover, all-time classic cover. And y'all, you know, I was just thinking of that. I got this pre-order, and Lord have mercy, Ferd and everybody out there in the comment trenches, I absolutely refuse to post a ASM 300 homage. You'll never see it on this list. I won't do it. I don't care how cool it is. I don't care who the artist is. I refuse to do it. As a matter of fact, there were about 3 or 4 this week, and I said no, no, and hell no. So you'll never see those here, but I like this one. ASM 13. This is the Mandrake Beyond variant, classic cover, gold Goblin debut. Add it to your list. All right, we're about to crack number 5. Number 5 was another tough one because it had one great cover, but then I was like, we've already seen that one before, so let's go retro. And coming in at number 5, Batman number 129. It's the Failsafe storyline. God, please tell me, Ferd, you're reading Failsafe. Tell me.
You know what? I was talking to a buddy earlier before I came on, and he reminded me about the Batman series. And I picked up 125, 126, and I forgot to put on my pull list. I gotta go back and get that Batman book. I just my LCS is it's kind of hard to get like some subscriptions with them for some reason. Anyway, I will pick it up. Yeah.
Anybody out there, if you're a Batman fan like me, Chip Zdarsky and what he's doing with Batman is so crazy with Failsafe.
Yeah.
And this is I don't even think this is the conclusion. This is like Failsafe, like part 4, part 5, whatever. But what you're looking at is the Benjamin variant. It is the 90s throwback. DC's doing a lot of 90s throwback, and this is going to be an embossed multi-level foil. They're taking it back to the 90s, baby. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes. If you are a fan of the 90s, like I am, like Ferd is, you have to get the multi-level embossed foil. For some reason, I think of Valiant. Valiant Comics was dope in the 90s. They did a lot of those type of covers too. Hang on one second. The Failsafe, this is one of my favorite covers I'm going to share with y'all. This is, I believe it's 125 second print ratio variant. Look at that beauty.
Yeah. You picked that up the other day. Yeah, man. I was gonna pick up that cover at one of my shops, but there was like a little tiny tick on it, and you can't press that book, right? Am I right?
No,
like,
I don't think he. Yeah, I don't think he.
Yeah.
MA3 knows the XO. That's right. That's absolute. That makes me so happy that he knows that. Yes, those old school covers, man. In the 90s, they did those embossed foils, man. Exo Man Award, Turok. All those covers were so dope.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah. I hope with this Batman 129, to answer Dr. Paul, this is cover D. Cover D. I hope they bring that foil goodness to that because that's going to make me very happy. So now We've cracked the top 5. Here you go. We're about to unwrap your next gift. Number 4. Again, number 4 was a very, very hard cover to choose because it's got so many dope covers. This is going to be a great series. This character is getting a lot of shine, a lot of Batman stuff going out there. I can't get enough of Batman. So coming in at number 4, this is the Batman Joker team up. One of my favorite artists of all time, mother freaking Mark Silvestri, is doing the story and the artwork.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is Batman Joker, the Deadly Duo. Now, before we get into it, I got to show you the cover that did not make the cut. But dude, it came down to crunch time with this one. It really did. Because I'm such a fan, and when you see it, you're going to understand why. But I was like, daggone it, I'm going to show you why I didn't pick it. All right. Look at that.
That's awesome.
That's Ivan Tao. And Ivan Tao is awesome. Yeah, I had this one picked all the way up until the very last second, man. I was like, I switched it out, but that's damn gorgeous. And you know why I switched it out? Because on the featured cover, I believe this is the new villain. So I'm like, you got to have the villain on the cover.
Yeah, and that's Silvestri, man. You got to do Silvestri. I commented on his. He posted this, and I commented on it. And Silvestri is like my number one. Like everyone likes Tom McFarlane. Silvestri was my guy back in the day.
Yeah.
He liked my comment. I kind of fanboyed a little bit. I felt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, whatever, you know. But I was like, oh shit! Like he saw it. That's kind of dope. I was down with it.
Oh no, I totally have fanboy moments. Mark, listen, I was very fortunate. Like 10 or 12 years ago, he came to Wizard World in Arlington, Texas.
Oh wow!
And I bought a platinum badge, which means you got to rub elbows with all the creators and an after party, bruh. I met with my platinum badge. I met him. I met I want to say Liefeld. I met. Check this out. I met Jurjevic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. And get this. Jurjevic, if I'm saying his name correctly, we all know he's famous for that amazing cover he did, that ratio cover that's like 10 grand. Yeah. Dude was like mad young. He was like 23 or 24 at the time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. This was 12 years ago. He's not an older guy. He's a young dude, man. And he was doing a live sketch. All the artists, and we got they were serving beer and food. This was like the after party after the con, and I got to like just kick it. I'm talking about
so weird,
not standing in line. I'm like just kicking it, like me and you just sit there and chill with my freaking legend Mark Silvestri, man. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I know. All right, so getting back, what we are actually looking at, this is the 1 in 25 Kyle Hotz. Hotz is making 2 appearances. Yeah, so this is the 1 in 25 cover D Kyle Hotz ratio. All right, folks, I got to show you this. Hang on. This book has multiple dope ass covers. Batman Joker, the Deadly Duo. Man, look at this sick ass cover here. Ferd, you're not ready for this. You're gonna love it.
All right.
Look at this cover, and this could have made the top 10 as well, but it's. I want to stay within people's price range. Look at that.
Dude, that's trippy, man. Who did this?
Doesn't it kind of look like Jock, almost like a Jock cover?
I don't know
this
who
is
the hell it looks like, man.
This artist is French, the artist's name is Jorge Fornes.
Batman.
Do you see how his mouth is the city?
Yeah, and I caught that right away because like the Batman being in the middle, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, that's just like that's so art right there, man. That's just art. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, hey, look, if you're feeling artsy and got the bucks for it, this is the 1 in 100.
Shit.
Yeah, and the only reason I didn't add that because I try to keep it affordable.
yeah. It'd be tight is if you got that signed by Silvestri or the cover artist, whatever. Silvestri be all right too. Like right in the middle, like put tape like right in the middle. That'd be tight. That'd be cool.
I like that. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro,
absolutely.
you can stop the list, man. This takes over the best list you've ever done, man. You can stop it right here.
Oh
You can stop it right
yeah,
here. My
I did it.
proclamation. This is my
Yeah.
proclamation.
Hey,
Just
you
stop
hear
it.
that,
Just
Dr.
stop the
Paul?
list. I'll go home. Everybody go home. Go home. Fuck your wives. All that shit. Just go. It's over.
Oh! Yo, this guy is tipsy on the Seattle Mariners victory.
It must be the fluoride in the water. I don't know.
It must be. You hear that, Dr. Paul? He said, go bang your wife and stop the show. But no, we got 3 more to go. So coming in at number 3. I hope I don't derail the show with this next one. Man, you done hyped it up so much. Good Lord. Yeah, that 1 in 100.
You had some. I bet you had some problems this week, man. You had some first world problems with that list this week. I'm for sure.
Hey, Toom said you sound the way he felt when he had his first LS. Okay, man, we got to keep it. We got to keep it kind of PG-13. Y'all talking about drugs? You talking about banging your wife? Good Lord. Number 3. Here we go. Number
cool.
3.
27 minutes in. We're good. Dude,
hey,
goddamn.
Whatnot?
Get out of here,
Come
man.
on.
This is ridiculous. This is awesome. This is amazing.
Whatnot?
I love it.
Whatnot, man. Whatnot's coming with the thunder. This is Ninja Funk number 1. Ninja Funk number 1. This is the Pokemon variant. Talk to me.
Dude. He's probably not watching, but congrats to the SpiderMan booth, man. They did a great. Congrats to him. He's a big seller on Instagram. My Filipino brother. He doesn't follow me, but this is great, man. I like that Pokemon vibe. I was gonna get one of these, but I think he's selling at NYCC. This is coming up. If you don't know, NYCC is coming tomorrow. But no, man, this is dope, man. I'll be honest, as a speculator with Whatnot and all that, like I think just kind of take it for what it's worth for right now, me personally. But like cover wise and kind of that like convention kind of hype, if I was at NYCC, I'd definitely get this book for sure. That's awesome.
They do have it. I believe they have an NYCC variant, a separate one as well. They also had an ASM 300. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. But no. Ninja Funk has they have a great David Mack cover. I believe that's cover A. I think it is. It's also awesome. But bruh, there's so many Pokemon fans. We all know you got to order this one. Whatnot has a whole slate of titles coming out, and so they're all going to be making appearances. If you remember, the throwback video game homage made the last show, so I put in orders for that one as well. And Ninja Funk. I'm looking forward to Ninja Funk, man. Pokemon variant. All right, now number 2. Number 2 is another tough one because number 2 could have been number 1 because it's freaking Star Wars, and Star Wars is badass. I'm doing this for the culture, and I'm doing it for myself, and I'm doing it for Kessel Run. Here we go. Platow.
Wow.
Yes, the Blade. All right. Here's the deal. For those who know, you already know. For those who don't know, the Blade, Porter Engel, he made his debut in that scorching hot Star Wars, The High Republic Adventures annual. That annual debuted something like 6 badass characters. He was one of them. That's where he made his debut. But this is his first solo series. This guy was like one of the biggest badasses of the High Republic era. Oh, but it gets better. Wait, it gets better. It also stars his sister Barash. Yes, brother, sister, Jedi. Hold on. It gets better. I'm stalling. For effect. So for those who know Star Wars legend, there's this thing called the Barash vow. I believe the origins starts with his sister Barash. It's not 100% confirmed. I got to do some more research on that. But if that's the case, she is going to be starring in this book. This is going to be a very hot collector's item to have. Star Wars High Republic, the Blade, number 1. You're looking at the 1 in 25 variant cover. Trace said, I was actually buying anything that was under $15 or less. I was buying them up. Let's just say I got quite a few of them. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, and it's a great book, great spec play. but this is a must-have. This could have been number one, but number one, what did I tell you, dog? Number one, everyone's going to sleep on this book. Everyone's going to sleep on number one. I did my research. I stumbled upon some information. I was like, oh shit, hell yeah.
Okay.
And this made number one. And here we go. You ain't ready for it. You ain't ready for it.
I'm really not.
Here you go. Bow.
Oh. And it's DC?
Bro, it's DC. It's Batman Urban Legends number 21.
Wow.
So check it.
Batman Urban Legends number 21. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Batman Urban Legends number 21 is an anthology series. They bring out a lot of different stories. They introduce different characters every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
This one in particular caught my eye. Hold on, before we get into this, he said, yo, if you don't know about Porter Engle, I promise you need to. If you buy this book and don't like it, I'll buy it from you. Yes, sir. That's a 1000% support. It could have been number one, Kessel, but it made number two because of this sleeper right here. Yes. Speed Racer art. Absolutely love it. He said he wasn't ready for that. Speed Racer art. So, Ferd, the reason this is number one on your Christmas list is because this introduces Arkham Academy.
Oh.
Arkham Academy is the a class of at-risk kids who base their lives off of DC villains. One of them of which goes by Enigma, because they base themselves off of the Riddler. So we're talking about 4 or 5 brand new like child villains that Arkham Academy, I think they tried to reform them before they become villains. I mean, how's that for a concept?
It's very different. And, you know, DC's just got a hit on the one character that everybody likes. So that's great. I like it.
Yeah, and I love the fact I like books like this. And, if you follow me, I do like to like dig around and read and do some research. And I try to find the sleepers. If you saw the thumbnail, what did I say? I like, you guys aren't ready for number one. Everyone's going to sleep on it. But now if you're watching the show, now there you go. Batman Urban Legends 21. This is cover A.
You could have gone 4 through 1, could have like interchanged and like, this is a loaded draft. This is like the Jordan draft, Patrick.
This is the 84 draft. Yeah.
Yeah. No Sam Bowie's in this draft though, man. There's no Sam Bowie's in this one.
Well, who was 84 was Hakeem, Jordan, Barkley, Dominique Wilkins. That draft was loaded.
Yeah. So man, this is very akin to that draft.
Or 2003 draft, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say 2003 is like number two. Or like the Steve Nash Kobe draft.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that was the 96 draft, I think. Steve Nash.
Iverson was number 1. Iverson.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure, man.
This is.
I know that's a great list, right? I love it, man. I think
best list, man.
Oh,
that's
what I like to hear.
Best list.
I agree with DS, man. My budget. I look. I'm having a what not sell. We both are tonight. I got to get rid of books. I got to raise some money to buy more books. But it's like a vicious cycle. It never ends.
It really is, man. I always
buy books, you sell books, you buy more books.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is, man. So let's take a quick break to do some shout outs before we get into your market. Can you go ahead and are you able to upload your market report for us?
Let's see if you'll take it or if it'll take. Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right. So while you're doing that, we're going to do some shout outs. If you're here, we have a record 45 people here live. That's amazing.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like I always say, yeah, my bad, man. My bad. Dude, trust me. I feel your pain. Sometimes I move things. Sometimes I what did Kevin Hart say? I gotta move money from this account because of the way my life is set up, and then move it over to this account. I got a certain one card I use for comic books, and I got to make sure that bad boy has some daggone money in it, some funds, man. Oh, Kessel says 2003 greatest basketball player ever. Hey, man, I can't argue with that. LeBron's amazing. But let's do a quick shout out. If you guys are not following us, I'm sure everybody's following us. But if you're not, if you didn't know, if you weren't aware, we're both on Instagram. That's my page right there, the Bad Boy Nerd. Then, of course, we have Ferd's page. He's on there as well. Let's go ahead and show your page real quick. The one and only right there. Ferd the Nerd. And what we do here, what we do on this show, we actually do it on our Instagram pages, like, but it's like written word. You know, we're not yelling and screaming into the microphone, getting all excited. I'm sure Ferd gets excited when he's typing out his market reports. Oh, yeah. So, all right, man, let's see what you got for us. Let's go ahead and get this week's market watch.
Cool. First off, just want to say real quick, after the show, Mr. Bad Boy is immediately going on Whatnot, so please support him. I'm gonna have a bunch of slabs a half hour later. I'll hop on your show for sure right after the show. And yeah, it should be exciting.
Well, actually, I schedule mine's after yours because I like continuity, and you always.
Oh, did you want to? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I can start a little earlier if that helps you out too.
Yeah, because I like to hang out in your show because you're funny.
Thanks, man.
I think you're the only Whatnot seller who trolls the buyers, man. It's hilarious.
I try not to, you know, like it's funny. Like, anyway, I try not to, but I just like to get good deals, man. So I think most of the time, people in my shows, like, they're not looking for the stuff that I'm trying to get deals on, which is all right.
Right.
But I may be selling. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but I need 50 live for that SpiderMan Isanove variant 9.8 signed by Mr. Bendis. There's 2 on the census.
Wow.
So,
wow.
We'll see.
Oh,
we'll see.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, let me share this with the people before we get to the market report. All right. Check this out. Let me show this real quick. You said something about census. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Ferd brings heat. If you're not on his Whatnot show, this guy brings serious heat. I got this on his last week's Whatnot show. I did not hesitate. People were sitting there staring and looking. I said, man, please click. Yo, Swordmaster 12. This thing has a print run of less than 5,000. This is the final one.
Yeah.
This is when he achieves the Blade of Destiny. Bruh, the CGC census on this is 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 4 9.8s. And this is mine. Down. Mine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Bad Boy. I'm glad when I put that up there, I was like, I didn't want to sell it, but if I gotta sell it, you know, for a good price, I probably sold to the best person on Instagram. You know, that I appreciate you buying that. So I'm glad you got it. I appreciate
you selling it because you know I'm a Swordmaster fan.
Yeah. Swordmaster, you know, we both are pretty deep into Swordmaster, just the story and all that stuff. So I'm glad you got it. And you know, we may have to wait a little bit until that comes to fruition, but I think it's just only a matter of time, man. I mean, I just really it maybe just be hope, but man, all the tea leaves it just seems like out of all the Asian characters, other than Amadeus Cho,
Swordmaster has a lot of potential. Yeah, Lin Lee,
so
absolutely,
much. So anyway, so this is my bird watch for week of October 4th. Basically, I do 3 picks and then one at the end on the dip, short term and long term, and a sell as well. Here's my first one. I'd say this week was kind of a tough week, just with kind of how the market in general is going and just a lot of sellers out there. And then you got con season coming up. It's going to be a buyer's market. I'll just say that out front. So take advantage and let's get into it.
Let's do it. Oh, wow. So, right off the bat.
Kind of going off of my Asian theme or whatever. Bad Boy, I know you know this cover.
This is the first White Fox.
White Fox.
Contest of Champions.
You kind of inspired me to look at kind of the prices for this book, just with the with the division. What's it called again? Remind the people.
Tiger Division. Yeah, Luna Fox, Luna Snow, White Fox, and a bunch of other people. Yeah.
Taguchi, right? That Taguchi guy.
Yeah, Taguchi. Yeah.
So
that was number 1. That was number 1 in last week's show.
Yeah. So that this kind of reminded me of just kind of keep a lookout for those characters. So when I was looking at characters, you always kind of want to go for like the hardest one to look for, right?
Yeah.
So this is the 1 in 25 or 50. I can't remember the ratio, but it's a ratio variant. Contest of Champions was not ordered in heavy supply. I think it was like 30,000.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Maybe the store got 5 copies. Maybe the store got, 25, whatever. So you got to think about that. I've actually found these in the wild for like $20.
What?
And yeah, stupid, right?
Shit, sell me one.
Well, so I pressed them. I sold one raw. I pressed 2 of them. I got 9.4 and a 9.6. Didn't get the Lucid 9.8, so I sold them off. Because we're 9.8 snobs, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't look at the census numbers for 9.8s, but this book has dipped since last year. I remember seeing this.
News.
Yeah, I remember seeing this for like 2 to 250 raw. When kind of the news came out that there was a possible like Marvel MCU for Asian characters.
Oh,
all
it's
that
coming.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming, right? So
yeah.
on the initial news, like everything spiked, like Agents of Atlas. This book did that Taskmaster 3 variant, which is beautiful.
Yes, it is. Overpriced, but beautiful.
Overpriced. I think, that's a funny book too. I may talk about that one day, but
you should.
Yeah, this goes raw for $100 now. I saw one recently, like 2 days ago. So jump on it. Again, it might be kind of a little bit color rub on this book. 9.8s I saw go for 9.8s kind of went for like around 300 to maybe 4. I saw a couple best offers out there asking for like 6. So maybe you can get this raw for 100, press it, give it a little, a bit of PCR, all that good stuff, get 9.8 and just hold on to it for a while. But yeah, happy hunting, everybody.
Yeah, seriously. All right, you gave us a sneak peek. Let's have it. The next one.
I did.
I love it. This is one of my favorites. Love it.
So when I was a young buck back in the mid-90s, I loved Punisher. I just loved it for the covers. I just thought he was an interesting character. And I was talking about this. First appearance is always like your platinum, right? The first appearance of any character is like that's the money book to get.
That's right.
First issue, first miniseries is probably another one, and then you kind of get to Origin, and then you're kind of looking at like first meetups because you kind of cross brand characters, right?
That's right.
That's right. Cross brand characters, you cross brand fans, all that stuff, right? Excuse me. So when all of the Deadpool Wolverine news came out, like obviously Deadpool came out, and if you are looking for Deadpool books, please join Bad Boys Whatnot sale after.
Yeah, I'm doing a Deadpool Whatnot sale tonight. This is all Deadpool books.
All Deadpool. So yeah, come through his Whatnot sale. So I like, so number 6 is when they first meet. They meet like kind of midway through the end of the show or the book. However, I like number 7 just because the cover. I mean, look at that cover, man. It's fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
You're talking about, what do you have these backwards? Is that 6 and 7 or 7 and 6?
6 and 7. So 6 is the one with Wolverine on it, and then 7 is the one with Punisher and Wolverine.
Okay, good, because I remember buying these when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah. I think I was like 4th or 5th. I can't remember, but yeah, I remember getting this at like 7-Eleven, like a newsstand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, God, I wish I still had that.
I mean, mine was beat up, man. I probably put that through like my backpack, all that stuff. But yeah, I still wish I had it too. This is so online. You're probably paying around $8 to $10 per issue, regardless of newsstand or direct. Yeah, it's really cheap.
Oh hell, that's not bad.
I don't think anyone's pressing these or sending it to CGC. I didn't look at the census, but I didn't see any sales of any 9.8s or 9.6s or any CGC period. And here's a little kind of and I didn't even know this when I was reading the book back in the day, but do you know who does the art on this inside the pages of this book?
Yeah, this is early Jim Lee art.
I had no idea. I just didn't think of it.
This was right around the time I really started getting into comic books, and Jim Lee was hella young and he was just taking off. And
Yeah.
this book made a lot of noise back then because Jim Lee was killing it.
Right. I mean, look at that cover of number 7. I mean, like Wolverine's just
Yeah.
like about to kill Punisher, and Punisher's like, "Oh, I'm messed up," But yeah, it's first meetup, you find him cheap in dollar bin issues, and then freaking Jim Lee. Who knows? Like if you're into slabbing and getting signatures, like this is the perfect candidate to get CPR'd and sent over to CGC. And I mean, who knows?
Great books. And I feel like Wolverine and Punisher have to meet up at some point, right? Yeah. What's up, Andre? What's going on, man? Yeah, we got 40. We got like a record 45 people in here today.
People
well, we have 40. No, we peaked at 45. I'm hoping people 45 likes, at least 45 likes. That's what keeps everything going. But all right, man. So far, Dr. Paul said 3 for 3. Let's see what else you got.
I did a pretty easy list this week, but we'll see, Dr. Paul.
I can't believe Dr. Paul has Contest of Champions, because I don't even have that one.
Oh yeah. That's a nice snack. But for $100, man, that's a great one.
Yeah. Shizzle.
I want a little like kind of like, what did I enjoy like as far as like collecting and what's gone crazy and what has been like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing that on my wall. So I picked this book, Walking Dead #1. I mean, I want
to slap myself like 8 years ago. I had like 3 copies of this book and I sold them.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I flipped them for myself and got a good deal, but what they're worth now, yeah, I should at least held one at least.
Yeah. You know what's funny about this book? When the show came out, I was not into comics. Like I just hadn't been in them in like 4 or 5 years. And then when I heard that it was a comic book, I was like, word, that's kind of weird that like comic books that are not Marvel or DC are like, now they're making adaptations of it. And I was like one of like 100 people that were like, huh, I wonder if I should start reading comic books because of like options. Right. And so to me, this just represents like not just comic book culture, but like pop culture. I mean, this book spawned like the
this
direct,
is definitely
like the comic book.
It's definitely a modern grail. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is up there with Spawn #1. It's a little bit later, right? Because it's
I think it's higher. I think it's higher than Spawn #1 at this point.
Yeah. As far as mainstream, right? For sure, mainstream is probably like up there. I can't even think of another property that's like mainstream that is like.
No, you're right.
Gosh,
this is the book that kicked in the door for optioning independent comic books. Like this is the one. Robert Kirkman, he hit a home run. And Walking Dead is the highest rated cable show of all time. I don't know if people know that.
I didn't know that. See, I mean, right there. So, I mean, this just represents like a piece of just like almost history in a way, if you really think about it. But anyway, so
you're going to make me go buy another copy. Shit.
I mean, I remember this book was going bonkers like during the pandemic, 2021, obviously everything was going crazy back then, 2020. But yeah, I remember seeing a sale for $10K on this book. Yeah, I got him. Cool. I thought he might have had this, but who knows?
I'm surprised he doesn't have this one.
But it still holds value, man. I mean, this is like, we're talking about like, iconic basketball players. Like this is like LeBron James,
right?
You know what I mean? So
to be honest, they're milking this property for all they can because they just like put out a 3rd Walking Dead series.
Wow, a 3rd.
Yeah.
Where is it based out of?
I don't know. I forgot. But if anyone in the trenches, if you know, you can type it up there. But yeah, they just put out a 3rd one, man. All new location, all new actors.
It's it's a great comic. I mean, if I had like, cash to, get this book and just kind of sit on it and like, just talk about it. I would, but $3,000 for a 9.8. You really think about that. Like, wow, it's actually a pretty good deal.
I'm actually thinking about that. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and it's hard to get this book in high grade because no one cared about this book. I mean, they just didn't care about it. So, happy hunting, everybody.
Right.
And my last book to sell, and I always think of books like, okay, how much meat is left on the bone on books? And then there's not like if you got 10 to 15% left meat on the bone, you might as well just sell it because you may not get who knows what's gonna happen in the comic book market. So just kind of have everybody be aware, you gotta cash in your chips when when it's time to fold them or whatever. Here's my sell of the week.
You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Exactly.
All right.
So this is a really weird book. So I thought about this book just because of news coming out. It being October, and this book hasn't. I mean, the property is in fruition, and it's a very popular series, right? Did you ever have this book when you were a kid?
1990. Did this come out before Wesley Snipes movie?
Yeah, because I think Wesley Snipes movie either came out late 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, I wasn't checking for Blade this early in the game, and I can tell that's a hollow foil. I can see the foilness.
I can smell the foil off the
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because in '94, Image was really taking over the market.
Yeah, right. It had that weird Midnight Suns kind of emblem in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah.
This was actually heavily printed. I don't know the exact print runs, but when I was talking to a comic book shop owner who has this for $100 on his wall, he was laughing at the fact that he's like, I got 10 in the back, and I've had them for years. And so in his eyes, he's just like, this is like a $1 bid book to him. And I feel like it hits nostalgia. It's hitting an MCU property that is in flux right now. I mean, it's going to happen, but good Lord, there's so much change with just properties in general, but specifically lately, I mean, there's a new director that they just cast. Is it Sam Raimi's doing the show now, or is that?
That'd be great. I think Sam Raimi's still attached to it as producer, maybe director. Yeah,
something, right? And then the screenwriter is Mahershala Ali is this is not cool. I don't like this.
Oh, really? He didn't like the script.
He didn't like the script, man. And I don't know if that's it's kind of scary. I don't know. It is what it is. But a lot of uncertainty, and I don't like uncertainty when it comes to comic books. So
yeah, this movie's supposed to come out next year. So
well, now it's maybe 2024. So again,
because of delays. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if I had this book, I don't have this. All just kind of being I don't have this book. I never bought it I would never pay $100 for it.
No,
9/8s were going for 700 last year, and they dipped down to 400, which in my honest opinion, I still think, yeah, Joey, this book is not rare, man. This book I saw go for 400 a week ago, even during all the chaos that's going on through the movie. So, I mean, cash your chips in. If you got this for $50 and have a 9/8, just chuck it, man. I don't want to mess with it. I could be totally wrong. This could be an $800 book, but man, it's too risky, man. And especially in this market and everything, people trying to sell their stuff to pay for other stuff. This is a perfect book to flip for sure, man. So you have
a knack for digging up these obscure 90s and early 2000s books.
Thanks, man. It's it really it is, and anyone can do it, right? I think it's just it's a good discussion to have with your comic books. Use your real, so kind of picking back. This is not my rant, but this is kind of my soapbox real quick. So I think myself and Bad Boy always try and say, I think the biggest message of our show is have a relationship with your LCS, because you'll save money buying, you'll save money selling, you'll kind of be able to talk to them about what do they see in the market. Cause obviously we only see what's on Instagram and talking to 7 or 8 people that we keep in touch with, but retailers, they see what people want. I got this one guy, he's like, oh my God, I keep getting calls for G.I. Joe. I'm like, oh, I wonder why. So looking up G.I. Joe or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, there's some activity in issues 32 through 50. I wonder why. And I don't know why, but the market's saying something there. So that's just kind of stuff I think about. So keep, get an LCS that's good. They'll treat you good. They'll give you a discount. And then I just bullshit with them, man. Cause they want to know, that's their passion. So it just benefits you money wise. And then you can get that UF4 Jurdevic variant for 10 grand because you kept a relationship with LCS because of Ferd and Bad Boy.
Yeah, reaching for the stars, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, another great list. I noticed Blade, for some reason, Blade keeps making your list.
I think it's
Blade,
just like in my head. I don't know.
is
It's
that what it is?
October and it's October.
Hey,
I'm
you know
in
what?
the Halloween season.
Werewolf by Night is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my head's always just like for like 2 or 3 years ahead. You know what I mean? Like my one LCS guy goes, he's like, man, you really like Swordmaster. I'm like, I think it's gonna make the MCU. He's like, man, you're like 2 or 3 years like ahead of time. I'm like, because that's where my head is all the time. I don't know. But
Same here.
anyway.
Yeah, same here.
So
yeah, I mean, it's confirmed that Bloodline's going to be in the Blade series.
Yeah.
His daughter.
Yeah.
And it's confirmed that Elsa is definitely part of Werewolf by Night, which is why a couple of weeks back, the #1 book was Crypt of Shadows. So yeah, this is why we do that show. We do this show so you don't miss out.
Yeah,
man, great list once again. Thanks for everyone.
Thank you, man. Hey, man, you put the God list out today, man. So, congrats to you, my friend. Like that was ridiculous. Like, yeah, I mean, all like, talking all crazy and stuff, man. Like it was crazy.
And you know what? And it's funny because I put the pressure on myself. I don't know what's on the horizon that could top this list. So I
don't know either.
I have no idea.
That was insane.
I really, yeah. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all a peek behind the curtain. Every time they drop the new FOC list, when I look at it, I'm just like, oh shit, there's not that much on here. Like, are we even going to get 10? But by the time I scrub the list and do my research, dude, it's like some books don't even make it. So every week, man, we really bring it every week. So thanks for everyone for showing up live. I expect to have at least 40 likes.
Yeah, tell your grandmamas and your mamas and your mamas mamas like to like our show, man.
All right, man. After the show, you're going to set up for your whatnot sale, yeah?
Yeah, I'll start it just like right after. Like I'll just set up whattever.
Cool.
Again, I'm bringing some pretty big books, but I'm asking for a little bit more than you probably. $1 1 minute on whatnot. Just tell you it's dead, man. Like the buyers messed that up. So, but I will be giving discounts for sure.
Joey Stuntmaster said another Blade voice cameo where I mean anything, man. Anything to tie together the MCU horror is great. Man-Thing, that'd be great. Yeah, absolutely. All of that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for all of that, man. Kit Harington.
Yeah, it would be cool,
man. Yeah, there's a lot to throw out there. All right, man. It's time to do some whatnot stuff. This is gonna be fun. I just like to hang out, play music. Now, when I do my show, I have target prices. Like there's certain prices I expect to reach. So if you come to my show, you just know I'm gonna give you hell if I don't reach certain target prices. You know, at least close to fair market value. Jesus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the sellers or the buyers are going to be the death of whatnot versus the sellers. So.
Well, the thing is, we're buying from the community. It's like I say, I do claim buys on Instagram. If you have books I like, I'll buy a claim because I think I bought a claim from you. Maybe I know I bought from a few people, and I have my own claim page as well. The thing is, I don't like dealing with FeeBay if I don't have to. So I much rather buy from people in the community because I can see your face. I know who you are, and I know that you feel the same way I do about books. But everything ships in Gemini mailers. Everything ships promptly like the next day or two. So
me too.
Let's go have fun. Thanks for everyone coming out. Thanks for hanging out in the comments. Thanks for hanging out in the trenches. Anyone going to NYCC?
Don't know, year, man.
Nah, not this year. It's too close to it's too close to the holiday season. I need money for Thanksgiving, dog.
It's too cold up in October in NYC too.
Yeah, I'm down here in Austin, Texas. It's like 60 degrees in the morning and like 85, 90 in the afternoon. So that's what I'm used to, man.
It's 55 and cloudy over here, man. So
yeah. All right, y'all. We're signing off. Y'all take it easy. See y'all at whatnot.